It's Miss Christina. Today we're going to read Froggy Picks a Pumpkin by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remkowitz. At school, Froggy read a poster. Don't forget, trip to the pumpkin patch tomorrow, pumpkin picking contest. Next morning, Froggy woke up and looked out the window. A beautiful pumpkin moon was setting, and colorful leaves were falling. "Leaves, leaves," cried Froggy. "I want to go out and play in the—" Oops! He fell out of bed. Thump! "Froggy!" called his mother. "What?" "Stop jumping on the bed, dear. Today is your field trip." "Oh, yeah," cried Froggy. "It's time to pick a pumpkin." And he hopped up and got dressed. Zip, zoop, zup. Zut, 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 zap. And he flopped into the kitchen. Flop, 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 singing, "Pumpkins, pumpkins, muffins and pie, pumpkin faces lighting the sky." He ate his breakfast and cereal and flies. Munch, crunch, munch, and imagined a steaming pumpkin pie. Yum! And the whole line of jack-o'-lanterns outside, lighting the night sky. On the school bus, Froggy bounced in his seat. Boing, 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 and led in all his friends singing, "Pumpkins, pumpkins, muffins and pie, pumpkin faces lighting the sky." When they got to the pumpkin patch, he jumped off the bus, flop, 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 and sang, "I'm going to pick a pumpkin, I'm going to pick a pumpkin." "Froggy!" called his teacher, Miss Witherspoon. "What?" "Wait, dear, we're going to have a pumpkin picking contest for the biggest, smallest, prettiest, ugliest, and best all-around pumpkin." "Yippee!" cried Froggy, and he took off again. Flop, 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 and tripped over a pumpkin, flew through the air, and knocked into another pumpkin. Bonk! Look at that. Max bounced over 3 small pumpkins and tried to pick up a huge one. It didn't budge. Ugh. Travis said, "Step aside," and he lifted it right up. Matthew zigzagged around Max, Travis, and Froggy and picked up the prettiest pumpkin in the world. It was shiny and perfect and just the right size. Froggalina twirled and danced through the pumpkin patch, then squatted down and said, "Hello, my sweet," and picked up a very small, very dark orange pumpkin and kissed it. Smooch. Froggy hopped up on a gigantic pumpkin and looked all around like a pirate on a bow of a ship and shouted, "Ahoy there!" And he leaped frog over Froggalina. He leaped frog over Max. He leaped frog over Matthew, flop, flop, splat, and fell smack across a really big pumpkin. He stood up and said, "This is the one," and he tried to pick it up. He got it up to his knees. Huff! He got it up to his chest. Yes! Then he trudged along with this huge pumpkin. Lug, lug, ugh. "Froggy!" called Miss Witherspoon. "What? You're going the wrong way." "Oops," said Froggy, and started huffing. Max yelled, "Last one is a rotten egg!" Everyone else ran with their pumpkins, and Travis rolled his big one. Rumble, rumble, rumble. When Froggy finally got there, he was too pooped to pop. He tripped and smashed his pumpkin. Smoosh. Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. You see how red he is? That means he's embarrassed. Everybody laughed, even Miss Witherspoon. Then she said, and now for the winners of the pumpkin picking contest. For biggest, Travis. For smallest, see the smallest? Max lifted his hat, and there atop his head was a pumpkin the size of a golf ball. For the prettiest, Matthew, and for the best all around, Froggalina. Hers is a pumpkin pie, great for baking. Froggalina said, hello, my sweet, and kissed it, smooch. Then Miss Witherspoon said, and for the ugliest, yours, Froggy, what a mess. And everybody cheered, hip, hip, hooray, even Froggy. And for the bus ride home, Froggy sang, pumpkin, pumpkins, muffins, and pies, pumpkin faces lighting the sky, and all of his friends sang with him.